Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video of One Piece Bounty Rush. Now, I've taken a few days off of YouTube once again. Before it was for my stomach. This time, I was at a convention for the entire weekend, and it was a hell of a time, which we'll talk about a little bit later on today. But for right now, we're going to be using a team of my new 5-star Franky, of which has his new trait, which is quite nice. I got this completely free to play, by the way. I grinded him up from level 60 all the way to level 80, just via doing my dailies, using the fragments I had, using just his character in general, and he is fantastic. I love him as a character, personally my favorite character to play as in the entire game right now. We're just going to do a small showcase today, I guess, alongside using Crocodile as well. In this current meta, the actual characters that are defenders are less relevant, but Crocodile and Franky are among the only characters that are universally usable inside the defender category. There are certain characters such as Aokiji, such as just like different green defenders like Smoker, for example. There's quite a few that aren't really that great at holding down positions in this current meta. I'd say Franky and Crocodile are among the better ones inside the game right now. So we're gonna do a showcase today, kind of chill with that a little bit and have a good time. Now, in the time that it's taken since the last time I played this, we've gotten some new banners as well as some confirmations coming up in the future, just in general. So first and foremost, this banner still goes away over on the 5th of September. So I am still imagining right now that after this leaves is when we're going to get the new Gear 4th Luffy, of which means it's probably not going to be a step up. It's only going to have these characters at a 5% rate on a random pull chance, which might be rough, but we'll see. But we also got a new Sabo right here in the green attacker. He's fantastic. He's super threatening, and the actual battles I've done against him are... He's rough to deal with, especially when you're playing as a good blue character that doesn't really have some good AoEs, such as LeaIsChill. But he is good. He feels like a very big bait banner, so I'm hoping for myself I'm going to pull him on a future banner as a filler. Granted, I don't quite know how he's going to end up working out, honestly. And from what I can see right here, the actual Smoker from the other banner isn't a filler on this banner itself, of which seems kind of rough. I don't know how they're going to do this in the future. They do have these side by sides. Maybe it's just because they're both out at the same time. But I'm hoping these become fillers in future banners. It might just be a collab though, so he might be pretty limited. We'll see for the moment. For right now though, what I want to go ahead and do is we have our daily pull and we have our free multi here. From my, so they do this weird free single on Mondays. I actually got Crocodile off of it today. So happy Monday to everybody out there. I'm going to go ahead and pop into this. Hey, if you guys have your singles, come get shafted with me as we click on this and realize we get probably a VV. Oh, it's a chopper. Is he? No, he's Cola now. Well, that's unfortunate. I am kind of down to get Cola, though, because we do have those new characters that are, super expensive, but, you know. Now, this is a very similar banner to the last one we got with the Franky, I think it was Robin? Maybe it wasn't Robin. I think it was Nami, actually. Franky, Nami, and Luffy were the other featured. This one has Brook, Zoro, and Robin on it. I would love to get an actual pull and copy of Robin herself. I haven't gotten Zoro just yet, and Brook is the exact same way. So the free multi, who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky. But likely, probably not. Either way, I'll take it, because free multis are always appreciated. Bounty Rush is just popping off every single time. They're doing a great job over here. Oh, man. This weekend was weird, man. So, here, let me see if I can turn this down for myself. Wow. So, over this weekend, on Saturday, I decided that I was just going to go to Fan Expo for a little bit, kind of chill a little bit, not really do too much. Just want to head over and see if there's anything cool. A lot of really cool prints, actually. I got a Kimetsu no Yaiba print over this weekend. But then afterwards, as the day was wrapping up, I got, invited to a Fan Expo meetup afterwards, which is at a bar, to go and, just have some drinks with some people and have a good time. Sounded kind of fun, honestly. Went and did that, and my ex turned out to be there, and I was dragged to a rave. I have to talk about that once we get into an actual game, though, because we are going to go ahead and just hop in. But let's get to it. Shall we? Oh, wait, we have a minute until this is over. The boss is actually currently It's only a minute. It's fine. We're just gonna go into this. I just want to do actual games right now. I grinded up most of it already, so it's not a huge deal. I'm gonna do more regardless, but I just want to play some actual matches. Alrighty, so we're popping into a match here, actually against the Sabo, a Zoro, and some pretty scary peeps, actually. I'm gonna play as Franky to start off with this, and we'll see how it ends up going. But yeah, so on Saturday after Fan Expo, I went to a bar with some folks, some people I know, and my ex turned out to be there, and she was just having a good time. It was quite neat. It's just how it ends up going sometimes, you know? And so, while we're sitting there, this random guy beside us starts talking to us about how he's playing Smash on his Switch and having a really good time with it. And we're like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, that's going pretty well. And he's like, oh, are you guys going to Fan Expo tomorrow? Which is a convention here in Canada, by the way. And I was like, oh, actually, I didn't buy a ticket for tomorrow, and she didn't go at all, so yeah. And so he just tosses his weekend pass at her and is like, here, go tomorrow, have fun. And that was awesome. Until later on that night, when he starts... So she mentions that she's vegan, right? As people do. People end up discussing that decently often. Just how the world goes on, you know? And so upon mentioning she's vegan, he pulls out his phone and starts scrolling through his list in his notepad about every meat he's ever eaten. Including ostrich, kangaroo, and just a whole slew of just wonderful animals, of which are very happy and fun-loving. And I'm just like, so you do this all the time? Every vegan you meet, you do this? And he nods, and apparently it's just kind of his habit, where he reads off what meat he's eaten to the vegans he meets. I respect it. And he seemed like genuinely upset at her for being a vegan, to the point where he was like fighting against her and talking about how like you need to go and hunt animals in conservation areas and there's like a list. And I get it, you know, I understand, but to someone who's vegan, why is that what your first point of like conversation? Really don't understand it myself, but he ends up storming off and leaves. And so we just got a random free pass for the weekend, just off of this anti-vegan man. And so that was a good first step to the night, you know. That's a hell of a first pick. Night moves on, and we end up meeting some new folks, of which are very kind, very motherly, I would say, very, very just pleasant to be around. And they start talking about how they're going to someone's house. They've had a few drinks. They got a bit high, as people do. That's how the world moves on. But that happens. And what ends up happening is they're like, oh, so tonight there's a rave. And at the rave, we're going to be trying to help someone get a date because he's going to jail next week. And so I'm kind of like, huh... That's a hell of a first thing to tell us about this man. All right, that real. That was not a great call on my part. Honestly, these hills are super weird for characters that have blast abilities such as Zoro, and I would say such as Crocodile as well. Pow! There you go, buddy. It works out. I'm actually going to probably just hold this down, because you never know. I don't think we have a great chance here. So maybe if someone tries to hop down, we'll have a problem. We can get C, though. You guys can hold C, right? Hey, Anel. How you doing tonight? GG. But yeah, that was a hell of a time. And so I'm going to wait till the next game to tell the rest of the story, where we actually go and try and help this guy that was going to jail go to the rave. They were talking about how he's a really nice guy and super kind. But things happen. So let's go ahead and pop another match here, see how things go, and continue to be the defender we all deserve to be. Hell yeah. Alright, so we're going ahead and popping into here to have a good old time. Let's see how this ends up going. Because last match, while we did end up winning, I wasn't really a huge fan of it, so we'll try and get into this. My whole thing with this is a lot of these games, you kind of gotta get in that flow of just playing the game and having a good time with it. In certain matches, you have these mistakes that you end up making. And that's a general climb, you know, that's how the world moves on. We're gonna go ahead and pop into this again and have a good time with it. I'm gonna play as Franky. The enemy team does have 2 blues, but we'll fight past it. But yeah, so I think where I left off was I was talking about the guy and how we went to his... So, he was going to jail soon for the fact that, so he was stealing his mom's food from her house because he had the code for the back door, and she called the police, and he punched the police officer because he thought the police officer was breaking into her house because he was less than sober. You know, it's a very natural thing. I understand it completely. It's not great, but like it's something that I could see someone who's nice going through, you know? Like, I don't think that I can judge someone who did that as a particularly bad person off that. And he seemed pretty chill. They were describing him as a very nice guy, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. This is cool. I'm happy with this. I think this goes pretty well. So we end up heading over to his place because they were trying to sell us on going for that. And upon heading over there, this is not working out. Am I confused? I can't move in, like, the right directions. I'm gonna run away. Nope! That ain't my kind of shenanigans. Please. I'm gonna head down here, actually. Hey, smoker! I'm gonna actually dodge this way. Please don't hit me. Ooh! He's beside me. Yeah, that's bad. It's okay. I got him pretty low. Shanks, please. Shanks, I couldn't do better than you could. God damn it. Oh. Damn it! Spada! What are you doing? Seriously? What kind of pick is that? But yeah, so we headed on over to his place, and he lives in only a backyard. To the point where his indoors is only a bathroom, and everyone, that's, like, he's a tenant, and he only owns the backyard and the bathroom. That's okay. That's chill, you know? They go and pick up some wine, and we're just kind of chilling around, sitting around, you know? We're having a good time. We're pre-gaming because we're apparently heading to a rave to try and get this man a date and get him hooked up with a bartender. Or no, it was the DJ for the night, I believe. You can tell it didn't work out. But so we're getting through it. And then out of nowhere, we realize after he gets back, he has downed 3/4 of an entire bottle of wine, of which was 40%. Now, 40%. I don't think of that as a wine. I think of that as a fucking vodka, because that will actually just get you belligerent within 5 seconds. He is down 3/4 of it, and he is slurring every word he tries to get out of his mouth. Not a great state to be in going into this. This is gonna be bad. We lose, actually. Fuck me! Help! Well, that's how that match ends up going. But we're in his backyard. He's down 3/4 of a cup of wine, and things are bad. We end up saying that it's time for us to get going to this rave. It's roughly around like 12 p.m. And so we take the step out the door, get into the Uber, and start heading toward the area. Now I am going to cut to the next battle here, but we'll keep on talking about this a little bit because it's a whole trial. Let's get into it. All right, so we're popping another match here on Alabasta Day, which is the good version of this map. And we're going to go ahead and have a good time with this. I'm surprised how many defenders we're running into today. Like, our team is pretty stacked a lot of the time. So, it's time for us to get in the Uber. We go ahead and hop into the back seat. And this man starts going off about how sex workers don't deserve rights and the government revokes all of their rights. And understandably, this begins to get many people upset to the point where both me and the other person, of which was like the mom figure of the group, we start to kind of get some pretty heated at this guy, and he starts defending it very intently. He's very drunk to the point where he can't even listen to the words we're saying, but that works out, you know. So we're trying to talk to him, and he starts going like, "You guys just don't get it," and starts like thrashing around and kind of panicking a little bit. And so we're like, okay, maybe we should stop the Uber. Maybe we should go and get this done and kind of chill a wee bit, you know, as we do. That went the wrong way. I was looking straight at that crocodile, yet for some reason this was the pick that it chose. I don't understand, but sure, that's how that goes, I guess. I'll take this anyway. So we all get out of the Uber, and the Uber man's sitting there. We're supposed to be going like far, far further, by the way. Like, we're supposed to be going all the way to some kind of house, but we end up stopping, I would say roughly about like halfway there. So we get out, the Uber is sitting there, and we're like, okay, so what kind of name can I give him? So Alex, I don't think you're suitable to be able to go and talk to your friend tonight. And he starts going off and defending himself and kind of screaming about it. Also, by the way, that just Moria, please. I didn't see myself even get hit there, but I think that was on me. I don't know, man. It's a rough time. It's a rough existence we have here. You know, I'm probably just gonna wait till I walk up. Because if I do, I get a team boost as well. Here we go! There we go. You're poisoned as well. Stand up. What are you doing? That was... Okay, sure. Well, that's just kind of sad, you know. Bop! I fucked up! God damn it! Come on. Come on. Come on! Nope, I'm dead. Okay, thank God that he didn't have a team boost just yet. Shanks, please. We have to work together. Damn it. Yeah, it's a team boost plus the instant attack. That's how it goes. We only have a minute to bring this back, so we got this. So we end up, we talk to this guy, and he starts getting very aggressive. To the point where he's like thrashing around, getting very upset and screaming. So we're like, okay, Alex, we're probably just gonna end up, we start whispering to each other, we're probably just gonna leave him, right? And so we tell him, and he just kind of gets kind of sad, but we hop in the Uber again. It's how it ends up going, honestly, and I don't think there would have been any kind of good thing that came out of that. And he started getting really aggressive and like angry. I don't want to go too far into what he was doing and stuff, but it wasn't great, and I don't think it would have been healthy for him to have been there. So we do that. We hop over to the Rave, and we just fucking dance our hearts out. And I am not a great dancer, to the point where I would be described as a dad if I were. I was also blazed out of my mind, so not a great thing to be in. But you know what? It was a great night. And while I don't think that the actual thing was what I expected. It was a lot smaller. And it was mostly people trying to get photos of themselves, because that's, I guess, what that crowd is all like. But I understand it, you know? And it was a nice night all in all. I think that I really, really enjoyed it. And I think that going forward, it's possible with these people I met, I might be able to try and get into some other things. I feel like it might be fun. I'm really curious about what kind of scenes like that are. And they seem to be really interesting people. One of them was an author. One of them was just like... They do like online stuff, and it's really interesting. I love meeting new people and kind of discovering different parts of the people that I know already. So it was really, really fun. I think that in the future, there's going to be a lot of stuff to go ahead and check out. But I had a lot of fun. Fan Expo was a hell of a time. I went back yesterday, and just kind of bought some stuff. I got a Kimetsu no Yaiba print, which is quite nice, and it was very pleasant. All in all, the con, I would say, turned out a good way. I'm quite happy with that. But inside this game right now, what I am working on, I'm trying to get Sanji up to 5-star right now, just because I want to use him. I think that I really need a good green attacker, and then Nell really isn't it for that category. So I'm going to try out to get Sanji up there. He's not great for Bullet, but we'll try it out in the future. Right now, it's just a lot of grinding and kind of getting stuff done, waiting for the new Gear 4th banner. Hope it's not a bounty festival, because that will be quite expensive, but we'll get there when we get there. It's been a hell of a couple of weeks here, and from the stomach sickness to like this weekend being everything, I am achy and just kind of out of it. But you know what? It's a hell of a weird, fulfilling time, and I think that I genuinely enjoy going out and kind of doing these things. So I think that in the future, I'm going to be coming around again to go ahead and do some polls on the future banner. This is going to be my first episode back on YouTube and kind of getting back in the flow of things. So thank you for watching for today. I really do appreciate it. And, you know, the world keeps on scooting in their own directions. For right now, thank you for watching. Take it easy. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now, everybody.